gonna... I nearly ended up going good morning Vietnam there. Sorry. Welcome to my channel. Sorry, I'm a bit kind of not quite right in the beanbag. I've taken you outside because it's a gorgeous morning, and I'm going to show you the sky. Isn't it pretty? Okay, but you can't see me when I'm doing that, so the phone's just gonna have to. Today is actually, well, that's a problem. Oh, yeah, that is a problem. Okay, I just looked at my watch and it said 28, and I went, but it's supposed to be the 4th. No, I'm all confuzzled. Today is the 3rd day. Well, this video is the 3rd. Oh. Here, look, see? I haven't had my coffee yet. So I'm going to make absolutely no sense. I do not apologise. Catch me later when I've had some coffee or tea. Dear. I'm not always like this, but you never know. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please click subscribe, ring the bell for the notification that I post a new video, which might be better starting than this one. Dear. And yes, I am currently doing the unboxing for the 12 Days of Harry Potter Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas by Harry Potter, or 12 Days of Christmas of Harry Potter, a mystery knit or crochet. So I am choosing to do the crochet because that pattern is awesome. I'm not interested really in doing a cowl. I did my first cowl with Paisley Pearl and nah. I really enjoyed it, but it was a real challenge, and I ended up then with weird cuffs. I've got one huge cuff and one skinny cuff, so it goes on one particular way, and it slouches and it's really nice, and it was an experience with the wool and the all like the mini skeins and stuff. But no, I'll pass. On the cowl, and the crochet is this gorgeous ripple wave that I would love to try. So I will crank out my needle and I'll show you potentially later today the rest of the trinkets in the box in a bit more detail. I'll post photos of those as well on my Instagram, so please go and check out the links in my description for any of my other social media. So I've got a Facebook page and I've got my Instagram, and that's pretty much it. Instagram, YouTube and Facebook. That would be a public page, not a private page. Please don't, unless you know me personally or we've talked for months and months and months, please don't send me friend requests, because I just like the page. You'll see more there. I don't post on my Facebook live. Anyway, 3. Oh. Ooh, okay. I'm going to show you the others too. Okay, Shrieking Shack. The Shrieking Shack is an abandoned house in Hogsmeade. For many years, villagers thought it was haunted because they often heard screams from inside. Albus Dumbledore encouraged the rumour, as he was the one who commissioned it due to Remus Lupin's lycanthropy. Because he's a lichen? The Shrieking Shack's entrance from the Hogwarts grounds is based at the base at the Whomping Willow. And there's a note on this saying that it's 88 yards per skein. Okay, so Shrieking Shack. And what I'm going to do, this is the project bag that we got, which is awesome. It's going to hold pretty much everything except the working yarns that you're using. And I'm going to have some chocolate this morning. I'll catch you up. So I'm going to put these in with the worms sticking out. If I can get them to behave. Okay, because I don't want to lose, they're not labelled or anything, so I don't want to lose what's what in the zoo. Who's who in the zoo even. That matches better. Okay, so we've got worm tails. Yeah, I know. Oh god. Oh, dear. So number 1 is a burgundy. Okay. Number 1 is burgundy. Go away, son. Burgundy. Number 2 is the green and yellow. very green and yellow, okay? And number 3 is a bluey green and yellow, so they're going to match perfectly, but the burgundy is like bang, different color. So worms go in. Oh, what's the song? Worms go in and worms go out and worms go travelling down your snout. I know. Is that from Nightmare Before Christmas or something? Answer on a postcard, please. Alright, so 1, 2 and 3 all together now. 1, 2 and 3. There's 1, 2 and there we go. 1, 2 and 3. I'm just going to block the sun on the top of the screen now, so it can focus. See? 1, 2. Oh goodness me! Don't work with children and animals or pippas. 1, 2 and 3. All right. Exciting. Chocolate. I need chocolate. Let me tell you about my day yesterday, because I didn't record yesterday. I was tempted, but I was so sore. Good sore. Well, potentially good sore. We're sorting. So my son is coming. The house is a pigsty. Have some chocolate, Harry. You'll feel better. This is Chocolate Love, which came with it, which is perfect for the treat. I love this. It's a Belgian chocolate done in the US, or compound done in the US. I don't know. It's Belgian chocolate by a US company. Oh, that's better. See? Chocolate and coffee. Oh dear. Right, so yesterday, we need to sort out the clutter that's upstairs, because my husband keeps on bringing toys from downstairs in the garage upstairs, working on it while he's upstairs, because I don't like him when he's down in the garage all the time, and he can't with a 3-year-old and all that jazz. So in order to get the stuff that lives all over the lounge back down where it belongs in the garage, we needed to move what he's called his grandfather's shelves, which are heavy shelves either made from ship's timber or something old and heavy. So I've now inherited those shelves and put them into my craft room. I've rearranged my crafty space. We had been talking about me having a desk in there for recording. It depends on what I'm doing, and I am actually really enjoying recording on the beanbag, which means that I don't necessarily need a table in that room, which means that it looks nice and clean because I've got floor space. I know, it's the only room in the house that's going to be my sanctuary, because it's got floor space and everything is neat and tidy in the shelves, and we've got a pegboard that can go up on the wall to hold my floss so I can see my pretties. In theory, Sparrow. It's looking at me. So, anyway, in order to work upstairs, we needed to work downstairs. So, because I've started off in diamond painting, if you've ever bought a diamond painting, you know how big the boxes are, right? They're like, yay big, you know, 1 meter long. And, you know, not very big, but they're 1 meter long. But they come in packing boxes. And because I'm international, I buy them by the 4 and 6. So I get big boxes to hold the little boxes. So I haven't crushed them, because I kind of think, well, if I squash them flat, yes, they're going to take up less space. But are they going to pop up back properly again? Not necessarily. So yeah, I'm insane. I've left them all expanded. They're all empty, and they're all in the packing boxes. And then the packing boxes are under the house. They're nice and dry in there. So I had been just hurling them in, and they were blocking the whole entrance, and we couldn't get through to the main understory, which is just dust anyway. So moved everything, repositioned stuff, and you can now scramble through right under the house. He, on the other hand, was tidying his bit under the house with the wood and stuff like that. And then we moved to the garage. So we moved some stuff out of the way so we could get to the table, to get to the shelf. And we dragged the shelf out, and then he's fitted 2 more shelves under the workbench, which holds something like 160 litres of storage. Now, if your craft, 160 litres, that's 160, let's say, okay, so it's, so a gallon is 8 pints, that's 4 litres. So, maths at this time in the morning, let's say 10 gallons of storage, that sounds about right. 20 gallons of storage in each of these drawers. So these are blind drawers that we got from the rubbish down at the Bunnings local hardware store. So they have a big skip bins outside that they allow people to fossick in, and we had picked them up, and he's kind of going, oh, we'll find something to do with these. So he's using these drawers, he's put them on sliders, and he's then put 3D printed boxes in there in this rigmarole that he's got. So they're like so they slot into spaces, and so you've got a single one, you've got a double one, then you've got a quadruple one, then you can have bigger and bigger and bigger, and they kind of like expand as you can make bigger ones as you print, and they all fit into this non-slip locking tray at the bottom. And he's fit nuts and bolts and screws and bits and pieces, and he is just astounded about where all his little bitty stuff has gone, and then it takes up hardly anything in these drawers. So he's installed these 2 new drawers, God knows what's going to go in them. He's organised chaos, let me just say, and not necessarily in a good way. To explain things, he's got OC, so he's got everything needs to be ordered, and when his OC kicks in, it kicks in not to disorder stage, but to impeccable standard. But he's got an acquired brain injury from a car accident 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago. So the executive function kind of trips out every now and then, and he loses it. So he will just move stuff rather than put it away, and move stuff and not put it away, and it ends up then with this being this disordered chaos. And trying to help him sort through that and not have him distracted by buzzy bees and everything else in the process can be a bit of a thing. I'm learning to work with him, and I'm learning him still 5-6 years on. It's crazy. So I'm learning to work within the acquired brain injury, what it's frontal and stuff. So I mean, I still think he's absolutely phenomenal, and he's such a smart man, and I hate that he's always right. But anyway, he got this done yesterday. He's hurting beyond belief. His back hurts anyway, and he's looked up, he's drilled, he's moved things. Sweat has been pouring off us. He did more manual labour downstairs than I did, but the sweat was pouring off me. The dust was being tossed up, and then I went looking for these wooden blocks that you might see behind me. Maybe not, they're just off camera. Sophie has a bin of giant Jenga, and I found some in the grass, and within 5 minutes my hay fever is unreal. It's like I've been sprayed by OC spray. I'm snotting everywhere, and it was gross. And I kind of said to Sophie, I said, Sophie, I've got about 5 minutes before this, and then it was like, bang! And I had just taken the Claritine to stave off the symptoms as the snotting, and it was just like, I haven't had this for so many years. But this year's just, everything is, the grass has got too long, and it's seedy, and wow. And she has it as well. She's 3, and she'll go out and she'll play in the backyard, and then she'll come in and she'll be doing this weird rubbing of her eyes, nose, down her nose behaviour, because the pollen must be affecting her, so I've got to get her onto her with Finnergan and help that, and also teach her to wash herself afterwards and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I took a bit of a break after the hay fever kicked in, and did some more stitching. It did. You probably don't want to hear this because you're here for the yarn. I don't know. It's flossy stuff. So anyway, I was doing stitching and I've got up to the last row of reindeer, and then I went up and I was trying to do it in the right orientation, and oh my god, I had to frog this one reindeer so many times that it was just like, oh, you're getting changed. You're just going to have to go the wrong direction. So I'm going to stitch it as if it's the horizontal line, which means that my stitches are going to be a different orientation for the two vertical columns of deer. But I've got 3 reindeer to go. Oh, excuse me, until I'm finished. So that's maybe an hour and a half of stitching, and that's done. And then I'll get back to my fractional hell. I'm not actually sure how much fractional is in it. Is my Fabulous Fawn, which is my Christmas deer cartoon, and try and finish that one because it's just cute, like seriously cute. So I'll get on to that, and we are going to Bunnings today. We are going to Anaconda. I might even stick my head into the new Spotlight store. So let me explain. Bunnings is hardware, Anaconda is outdoor stuff, and Spotlight is the haberdashery and has all the yarny stuff. They recently just moved from the city, which was great for my lunchtime walks, into Glenorchy, which is my living suburb. So I can go there after work instead. I'm going to Bunnings to get welding gauntlets of some kind, or pruning gauntlets even, to be able to handle bitey animals or clawed animals, birds even, in my animal rescue. It's one of the things I don't have in my kit. And then I'm going to Anaconda to get a catch net for any of those animals that might be that little bit too much out of reach that I can walk up to and then throw the net on it. So that's going to go in the car as well, so I can do some more rescues rather than feeling, I can't run after this thing. So yeah, I'm going to get the tools to do the work for me. And I know this because a friend of mine who is a rescuer showed me a video of her rescuing a baby wombat. Oh, God, Lord. This thing looked like it was going to launch off a wall that was 5 foot high, and she caught it with the net, and it was like, oh, that's genius. And there was another job that I was at, and I probably could have caught an animal, or at least stalled it to, or caught it even. There's 2. There's one, it was a big paddy that I could have maybe stalled, but the baby paddy I could have caught in a big enough net. So I'm going to get a net, and that will go in the car, and all my washed pouches got put back in the car yesterday. Yeah, and when I've got some time off, like there's rescues all the time, and they were really stuck over Christmas because, you know, people were drinking and stuff. All the rescues got done, but there's rescues every single day, and I'm hoping to go and do some rescues and maybe meet some new animals, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll have photos, or even Joey's down my cleavage again. We'll see, because it's Joey season. So like there was a magpie suspected just up the park near me yesterday, and I said to hubby, I said, do you mind if I go and have a look? And he goes, yeah, I mind. To be honest, I'm so sore. I've got to do a complete body stretch today, like everything. I've just got to stretch it out once the meds are on board, which is soon, and I'm warm from the sun and moving gently. I will do some stretches, some whole body stretches. We both got in the shower last night and showered off all the dust and all that kind of thing. And just the warm as well will help. I'm going to get all the magnesium that I need on board to deal with the muscle ache and then yesterday, or not yesterday, tomorrow, I'm going to hurt like the bitch because, you know, doing all the work and that kind of thing. I've got muscles that do things that wouldn't have moved like that in a long time. I also had a memory on my Google, my cats at the front. They're 10. I got foster kittens 10 years ago. Came up on my memories as little kittens. Yeah, I'm a foster fail. I fostered 4. One of them had a flea allergy that I didn't realise my cats were bringing in fleas, but then I realised that one of my my only orange boy, my son's cat, kept on coming in with fleas all over his ears, and I was just like, ah! So yes, that was a nightmare. But my little black one, I think I nicknamed him Satan. Satan had to get given back because he had a flea allergy, which I was devastated with, but I ended up keeping the other 3. So Casey got put down this year because he was sick. He got kidney disease, which we kind of suspected anyway with the vet. And Godric, my black boy, he was from another litter. He died. Oh, he had to get put down. He had pneumonia. All of a sudden, I didn't even really pick that he was sick until he was like dying, and it was like devastating. So within 2 days, they were both put down. So I'm left with the 2 fosters now, Zach and Lexi, and they're both named after antidepressants. Because I was a foster fail when I was on depression. And Lexi was the kind of cat who would just sit on you. You'd be minding your own business, and she would mind her own business, and she's like, I don't want to talk to you, human. But she would sit on you unceremoniously, and then you'd be like, yeah, hello, what now? And you couldn't move. My ex at the time also went on to antidepressants, which helped him, but then he came off them because he was a wanker. Don't hassle me on that one. Yeah, he came off them, but he was saying one day, like, he sent me a photo saying, I can't move, I've been stuck like this for 2 hours, and it's like, if you want to move, you just get up. But anyway, yeah, it was amazing when he was on antidepressants for a little while. Anyway, and then Zach is Prozac, because I was on Prozac. That was an interesting experience, let me just say. Yeah, I'm looking at the garden bench I made, and it's all kinds of wonky. Oh dear. Yeah. Ooh, oil drum heating up. It's empty. Don't worry. We actually converted an oil drum into an ugly smoker, if you know what an ugly smoker is. An ugly drum smoker even. So we might do some smoking of some meats while I'm off. Now this is a lot longer than I expected it to be. It's a little bit more vloggy than anything, so welcome to my world. I will talk to you guys later, and I will tell you the adventures of the day, and yeah, show you more goodies, and maybe even show you a clip of the, like I'll rotate the camera and show you the craft room. It's not done up. I need to get boxes for the cupboards, and I would like to get rid of the office chair that's there, because I'm not going to use it if I'm going to use the beanbag, which is the intention. But there's no space downstairs. I might be able to carry it down, or get a hubby to carry it down to the under office, just to get it out of the room. And then I've got to work out if I can fit another full 8 cube, or if I can only fit a 4 cube bookshelf under the window. I'll see what happens. See what we do with that. Yes, exciting. And then I've got to empty cupboards that are in there from child stuff. So I've got more drawers and storage and everything. It'd be amazing. It will be amazing. Alright, thank you for watching. Subscribe, bell. Bye for now.